People often fall into the thought that you cannot have science and religion together, that they work against each other. But in fact, they're actually intended to complement each other and to work together. And I think the way they would say it, I'm probably going to butcher it, but the science explains how things happened, and like the science behind it and the molecules. I'm not smart enough to say, but it explains. And then the religion explains why it happened. Why is the earth here? Why are we here? Why do we have this moral compass within us? Because science can't explain any of those questions.
Yeah.
And so you kind of need both to have the full picture.
Yeah, I think that makes complete sense. And
I'm learning that you can do all of the right things. You can be doing church on Sundays and small group on Wednesdays and Bible studies on Tuesdays, and you can do the right things, but if you're not doing them with him and you're not setting aside, like, you can, and sure, you're doing these things and your activities are proper and you're trying to learn about him, but he doesn't want you to just do stuff for him. He wants you to do stuff with him. And go ahead.
No, that's huge.
It's just like gun control,
Yeah, guns don't kill anybody, people do.
Yeah. I have guns that have not bothered a person since the last time. I always say I can pick somebody out that played team sports and somebody that didn't. There's nothing wrong with one or the other, but
did I play team sports or did I not?
I don't feel like you did.
You know what I believe, and you could believe the complete opposite. You could say, Dane, I don't believe in God. I actually worship Satan. And what I would love to do is sit here and have a conversation with you about that. And
That's probably a bad question for me to answer, because I think most women can agree it's much harder for a woman to be pregnant than it is for the husband.
My mother, she had and I'm sort of rambling, she had 3 miscarriages before she had me. And I just think people don't talk a lot about that.
Shortly after getting married, figuring out that we were pregnant, it was kind of like, whoa, I have all these dreams and desires that might get put on the back burner.
I mean, she's actually giving birth as we speak. So how does she feel about you being here?
Yeah. I told her there's priorities, and being here for this podcast was
Top
more
priority.
important than seeing my son born. So
I don't believe in the one.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I don't think God has crafted a human being, and it's like, where's Waldo, and that's the one human being for you. I think that you do have to kind of like find a good compatible person and then make the decision.
I was a pretty, not jaded Christian, but I was very pharisaical. Does that? Yeah, I definitely thank God that it was not our job to bless people with this, because I think all I did was like bash my wife and bash my job, and
this is my second time in entrepreneurship. My first time around, I started a lawn service business. It was called What You Need Lawn Service.
Just a grass cut.
Yeah. So I started that. The one thing I learned from that, and I want you all to hear this.
To dive into.
Have you ever audibly heard the voice of God?
No. Mm-mm.
Have you ever had like a vision?
I have. Yes. Really? I have had a vision, and yes. Have you?
No.
I have friends who say that they literally talk to God and hear a voice.
Seriously?
That's not me.
What is it? Well, and now I'm wondering what your relationship with God is like. When's the last time when you hear from him?
So I don't hear from God.
Yeah, I never have either.
I hear from God.
I could have said something, but I didn't.
So can we go there first? Because this is honest talk.
Okay.
You knew I was calling you Zane?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, every single time. And I thought it was funny. Like, I'm honestly, honest talk, I thought, like, this idiot doesn't know my name.
That's very true. There's another group of people that start churches because they're mad at their church, and they
probably not the right heart.
Probably not.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast.
Starting a church out of anger isn't necessarily the best foundation.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, I was in a season of my life where I loved God, but I hated the church.
Interesting.
And I believe that Jesus healed in the Bible. I believe this could happen, but I just did not really. It was about that belief was about to get tested. She was beaten by her village and like kicked out, and her family was like ostracized and kicked out. It was very small. And they threatened that if you ever come back here, and if you ever come back here with Christians, we will beat you again.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. If it spoke to you or if you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. There's going to be new content coming each and every single week. If you have a friend or a family member, somebody in your life who you think may benefit from a video like this, share the channel with them. Maybe it'll help. If you're personally going through a tough time and you feel like you're alone, drop a comment below. Tell me a little bit about who you are and what you're going through. I'd love to hear more. God bless you and see you next time.